to rest in the morning. I had me up by the morning. I had me some breakfast by the morning. I had a sister by the morning. I got on a meat on the morning. The rest keep me up on the podium. I had a in my shoulder. You got a picture me. You got the picture me. Pacific ice on my ocean. Ready for war like I'm Russia. Ladies should never the luggage. My diamonds they tussling. My neck and my belly on. They call it for me and they. You want me like me and I look. Yeah. Her Rex on her. Yeah. B-Rex better calm down. Yeah. If you go around, come around. Yeah. Whole squad. Yeah. Squad goes on me. Yeah. Make some orange gel on my toes. Yeah. Farrakhan glass for the chosen. Yeah. You can go and get mad. Jumping in the bed with two dark teeth, man. Who's you? My shawty pulling up with a real bad. You too. Dripping my swag. Something to do with that. I got the streets on my back. Carry it like I'm moving them. I told him the hunter, like he trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning. Skipping school, that's a truancy about it. I made me some rest in the morning. I had me up by the morning. I had me some breakfast by the morning. I had a sister by the morning. I got on a meat on the morning. The rest keep me up on the podium. I had a in my shoulder. You got a picture.
You gotta picture me. Send me calling. Ready for war like Korea. Headlining shows out in Poland. You should be cleaning my mansion. My peasants disgusting. Why don't you act like a Hoffman and go get to dustin'? Yeah, latex on my. Go clean my crown. You can hear my haters from way up here. They don't make a sound. Body goes on these. White paint on my toes. When I send that new Bay alert. Don't be mad. Jumping in the bed, then I switch to the ghost like who's you? Remember this face, cause I'm that you gon' lose too. Dripping in ice, you looking at you. It's squad goals win. Are you pretty like no?
I never anybody, but I got something to do with that. I got the streets on my back. Carry it like I'm moving them. I told him the hunter, like he trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning. Skipping school, that's a truancy about it. I made me some rest in the morning. I had me up by the morning. I had me some breakfast by the morning. I had a sister by the morning. I got on a meat on the morning. The rest keep me up on the podium. I had a in my shoulder. You got a picture. Jumping in the bed with two dark teeth, man. Who's you? My shawty pulling up with a real bad. You too. Dripping my swag.
Just off the shores of Lake Erie, we are at First Energy Stadium in a city aptly named after its founder, Moses Cleveland, way back in 1796. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Cleveland Browns. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. This one fielded at the 5. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to take a shot right away. And this will be caught at the 30. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now the second-year man from South Dakota State, it's Zach Zenner, and he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And he's got Will Tye complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Zach Zenner, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Bengals are going to take a 1st quarter lead.
The losing streak had taken on a life of its own, and I think it infiltrates a team when you're on that much of a slide. But this group has managed to focus, come out early, and put a touchdown on the board. They look like they mean business in this one.
They do. Now the key, holding on to that attitude, because, man, that streak has been a struggle for them. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They'll throw on 1st down with Roethlisberger. Throwing right side, that's complete to Demarius Thomas. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
On 1st down, it's Roethlisberger. He goes underneath to Freeman. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. On 2nd down, Roethlisberger. That is caught at the 7. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. And that one results in 35 yards. They'll try to run for it on 1st and goal. into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll run for it with Bo Scarborough. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Bo Scarborough, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Tucker with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll run with a second-year man from Louisiana, Elijah McGuire. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Looks to throw on 2nd down. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Going for the deep ball. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front. Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Snickers! Snickers! All right, let's go.
Now Roethlisberger on 1st down. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Kevin King, the former Washington Husky, there defensively.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
2nd and 10 now. It's Roethlisberger. Philip Dorsett hauls it in. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a 1st down.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Now Roethlisberger, he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Only 3 yards on the pickup. They'll be left staring at a 3rd and 14.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Snickers, you got to spin.
Now Ben on 3rd and long. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. The Browns' passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. He's to the 10. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns are able to cash in for 6. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the court.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41, and a return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. And the head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
And still fighting. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
Jack 16. Set. Blue 30. Black.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Thomas has got it, complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Tackle made by Ziggy Ansah. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
And he'll take this one down near the 15. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now Justin Tucker's out to try the field goal. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. His throw incomplete. He was looking for Brashad Perriman, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
Allen again here on 2nd and 10. Buying time. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Ndamukong Suh in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Two minutes to play here in the first half. More from Cleveland after this. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Now Allen. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That goes for a gain of 31.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Sliding out of the pocket. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Michael Kendricks in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen finds a seam inside the 40. Wide open receiver complete. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work. And that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a 1st down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. 1st down, and they're going to throw with Allen. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. John Ross, the one he was looking for. That'll bring up 2nd down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Allen will try again on second down. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Von Miller in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. On third and long, it's Allen. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Von Miller in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Detroit! Going for it on fourth down. Allen, and it is incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. This is Freeman on first and 10. And down to the 36-yard line here. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Now Roethlisberger to throw on second down. Swings it out to the flat for Freeman. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield?
And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Demaryius Thomas, as the first half is winding down, and the Browns add on to their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Just 11 seconds to go in the half as they have it first and 10. Throwing on first down is Allen. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. It's the linebacker, Michael Kendricks. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Here's Hamlet, and he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have reached halftime here in Cleveland with the Browns on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
The
Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Devontae Freeman with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Browns are pouring it on. Charles, they had 6 DBs out there. They were thinking pass. They surprised him with a long run.
I wonder if they saw that and just checked to it. Maybe had an audible and said, you know something, against 6 defensive backs, let's run the football. Let's get our big guys downfield and match up with the littler guys and see if we can create some space. And not only did they create space, they created a path all the way to the end zone.
Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
In on the tackle, Jalen Reeves-Maybin.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On second down, here's Allen. And this one is incomplete. Will tie the intended receiver, and it'll bring up third down. Well, the passing game right now for them, not overly impressive. Last week he hit on right at 50%. This week he's under 50%.
And it's not just on him. Protection, a few breakdowns along the way. That's made him get off the spot. Receivers not getting their way open downfield. The coverage has been awfully tight. They've got to all get together and find ways to make this passing game get in gear.
To throw, it's Allen. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. And now before they run this fourth down play, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They do go for it. Here's Allen. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. Handoff, Devontae Freeman. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Again, they'll run with Freeman. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Let's go!
And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out. But a running game can really benefit your team right now.
4 down! Watch the curl, watch the curl, watch the curl. Black, what's that? Show that bench release and go.
Oh, they go with a tight end carry. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
They run. This is Scarborough. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. He needed 2. He got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? You made them kick the field goal. And yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Leopard! Leopard! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On play action, Allen. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Von Miller in there to get him, and that is sack number 15 for him on the year. And here's Allen to throw on 3rd down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's caught inside the 30. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A big 3rd down play there for the Bengals. 42 yards. On 1st down, Allen. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's the linebacker, Michael Kendricks. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Tucker now for the extra point. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This one fielded at the 5. And he He's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint, as that is sack number 100, and what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
Set. Green, 39.
Play action. Now it's Allen. He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there. 79 yards. And the Bengals gain a bit of respectability. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for two.
Detroit! Detroit!
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free, and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed, near the goal line, on a two-point conversion, all that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Now a handoff. It's Freeman. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Freeman again. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Browns on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at 2nd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Gun!
On play action, Allen. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Now Allen. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Connor Barwin in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! Detroit!
One final try here for Allen. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. Freeman at tailback. He's got it running left. Down to the 25. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
On 2nd down, Freeman. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. He goes underneath to Freeman. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Now Freeman, he's been busy today. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this.
Hurry up, let's go!
They run. Devontae Freeman. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
The Browns on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, this game is definitely over, but we do know some people like to go ahead and continue to add to their score, don't we?
Yeah, I don't know that they need to add any more right now, though. I'm just starting to think about those dinner plans tonight, my friend.
Well, you and I will be thinking about dinner plans, but we also know that plenty of people are thinking, how can I get some more scores for my fantasy, for other things? They're trying to figure that part out now.
By the way, last weekend we went sushi because that's what you wanted. We're going steak tonight.
I'm in.
All right. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals getting set to go. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Line of scrimmage, again, the 25, second and 10. Back to the air on second down. It's Allen. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Throwing is Allen on third. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Ndamukong Suh. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now on fourth down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Detroit! Now Allen, gotta have this one. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And yet again. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner, forget starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal. They'll run here with Freeman. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, little insult to injury here late in the game. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet.